Have you ever had that feeling, that little moment of panic at a hotel check-in desk in the US, where you're just hoping you use the right words? Well, trust me, you are not alone. So in this explainer, we're going to walk through the whole process, from booking the room to checking out, giving you the exact American English phrases you need for a totally smooth, stress-free stay. Oh man, this is the nightmare scenario, right? You're exhausted from your trip, you just want to get to your room, and you find yourself just nodding and saying yes to questions you don't quite get. That is exactly what we are going to help you avoid today. No more accidental 5 a.m. wake-up calls, I promise. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to cover booking your room. Then we'll move right into checking in at the front desk. After that, we'll decode some of that tricky hotel lingo, figure out how to ask for things and solve common problems, and then wrap it all up with a super simple confidence checklist for your next trip. Okay, first things first, you need a place to stay, right? Let's dive into the essential phrases for making that reservation happen. So, yeah, most of us book online these days, but sometimes you just got to pick up the phone. Maybe you have a special request or you're booking for a big group. Whatever the reason, when you call, the goal is to be super clear. A simple, polite opening is always your best bet. Look how simple and direct these are. In American English, especially when you're a customer, getting straight to the point is really appreciated. I would like to book a room is perfect. If you want to check if they have any openings or vacancies, that second phrase is exactly what you need. And telling them, I'd like a single room or I'll be traveling alone, just helps them help you faster. The hotel agent is probably going to ask, what kind of room would you like? Your main choices are usually a king bed, that's one really big bed, or a double, which usually means you get two separate smaller beds. And here's a really important cultural tip. Almost all hotels in the US are non-smoking these days, so it's always a good idea to just confirm by saying, I'd like a non-smoking room, please. All right, you did it. The room is booked, you've arrived at the hotel. Now for the moment of truth. Let's make sure your check-in at the front desk, which people also call reception, is super smooth. Again, simplicity is your best friend here. Either of these phrases is absolutely perfect. They're polite, they're direct, and they immediately tell the front desk agent exactly what you need. It just starts the whole conversation off on the right foot. This is almost guaranteed to be the very first question they ask you. They need to pull up your booking in their computer system. So, how should you answer? Here's a small but really useful tip. Just say, it's under and then your last name. In the US, hotel systems are almost always set up to search by last name first, so this just makes it way faster for them to find you. And this will be the next thing you hear. It's totally standard. They need your passport or ID to confirm who you are, and a credit card for the room and any other charges. If you have both of them out and ready to go, you'll look like a pro. I really can't stress this enough. A little bit of politeness makes a huge difference in American customer service. Simple things like, of course, here you are, and using please and thank you really matter. It just makes the staff want to help you out even more. Okay, let's talk about some of those specific words you might hear at the front desk. This is the lingo that can sometimes get confusing, so let's break down the most common ones you'll run into. This one is so important, an incidental hold. It sounds like a charge, but it is not a charge. Just think of it like a temporary security deposit. The hotel puts a temporary hold on some money on your credit card, just in case you use the minibar or order room service. The money doesn't actually leave your account, and the hold gets removed after you check out. So, how much money are we talking about? Well, a typical hold is somewhere between $50 and $100 per night. But this can really vary, so it's always smart to just ask the front desk, how much is the incidental hold? That way you know exactly what to expect. Aha, now this is the magic word you want to hear. Complimentary. It's really just a fancier way of saying free. It means something is included in the price you already paid for the room. This could be anything from Wi-Fi to breakfast to the water bottles in your room. And speaking of breakfast, you have got to know the difference between these two. A continental breakfast is usually the lighter stuff. Think pastries, fruit, coffee, and it's often complimentary. A buffet breakfast is the whole shebang, with hot food and a big selection, and that often costs extra. So the key takeaway? Always ask, is breakfast included? So what happens when things aren't perfect in the room? Or maybe you just need something extra? Let's get you ready with the key phrases you'll need to ask for what you want, both politely and effectively. Think of this as your problem-solving cheat sheet. And notice the pattern here, right? You start by calmly stating the problem. The air conditioning isn't working. Then you make a polite request. Could I change to a quieter room? You're not demanding anything, you're just asking for help, and that approach works wonders. And here are a few more super common requests. Asking for a wake-up call is easy. And here's a great travel tip. Most hotels will totally let you store your luggage for a few hours after checkout if you ask. The key to all of these is that polite framing, starting with, could I or can I? Phew, we've covered a ton of ground. So now, let's pull all of this great advice together into one simple checklist you can use right before you walk into that hotel. And here it is, your 4 steps to confidence. Number 1, arrive prepared. Have your documents ready. 2, start simple with a clear phrase. 3, don't be shy. Ask questions to clarify things like breakfast or checkout time. And number 4, the golden rule. Always be polite. Like we said, it makes all the difference. So there you have it. You've got the phrases, you've got the cultural tips, and you have a step-by-step checklist. You're not just ready to check in anymore. You're ready to handle your entire hotel stay in the US with total confidence. The only question left is, where are you traveling to next?